is awake. She insists on being the first person to speak to me on my wedding morning.
The Marriage of Figaro, performed by the Constellation Theater Company in Washington, D.C. Like many nonprofit arts organizations across the U.S., the Constellation Theater is feeling the impact of the recession.
Figaro has it all, I must admit.
Founder and artistic director Allison Stockman says this year her company has had to be creative both on the stage and off.
I think people generally don't want to pay full price tickets. This year they're always looking for a deal. So we're running like 50% off discounts on Thursdays, and that seems to get some interest.
There are more than 100,000 nonprofit arts organizations like Constellation Theater in the U.S. Collectively, they account for 5.7 million jobs. Typically, they get 50% of their income from ticket sales, 40% from individual donations, and 10% from corporations, foundations, and government. Robert Lynch is president of the arts advocacy group Americans for the Arts. He says it's been a difficult year.
So in talking to all the other national service organizations for dance or theater or opera or symphonies, it looks like about 10% of those 100,000 nonprofit organizations are seriously in risk of going out of business or canceling their entire seasons.
Lynch says the other 90% might face budget cuts of up to 20%. The Imagination Stage, a children's theater in the suburbs of Washington, D.C., is one. Last year, Inc. magazine ranked the Imagination Stage 49th on a list of the 5,000 fastest-growing companies in the U.S. This year, it faces a 10% cut in grants. Managing Director Brett Crawford says there is no easy solution.
So for us, our first line wasn't, all right, we're going to cut payroll, even though payroll is actually about 40% of what our budget, or closer to 50% of what our budget is. We said, no, that's not really what we're going to be hacking at.
Crawford asked each staff member to give her 3 ideas for saving or making $5,000. The ideas range from canceling the building's landscape contract and doing it themselves to each staff member taking 8 days of unpaid leave this year. But even in the arts world, the best laid plans depend on the marketplace. Actors backstage at the Constellation Theater said they did not know if they'll have trouble finding work in the future. Nana Ingvarson said it is hard to tell because most theaters in Washington have already cast their productions through the summer.
What'll be interesting to find out is that if all these productions will actually happen. I mean, they're on the schedule, they're all cast, the directors have been chosen, but, you know, sometimes you just don't know.
Have you forgotten our little Emmanuel?
Americans for the Arts estimates the drop in funding this year has put 750,000 jobs at risk. The group says the arts may face more cuts next year. Jeff Swycord, VOA News, Washington.